53. Go ahead and put a 53. And you are finding the volume for every prism. On this one, hold on a second, how many gallons? Find the mass, find the volume. All right, we can do this. Okay. So the formula is volume is base times height. But again, you need to change it, the base, every time you have to look at the shape. But first of all, are there any on here that is strictly base times height, that they already gave you the base area? Look at all of them. Which one? Number 2 is one, because they already gave you the base area. All you have to do is go what? Base area times height. You're done. There's another one. Which one is also like that? The number 7. They gave you the base area, so I don't need to change that big B. They gave me the whole entire base area. You just need to multiply it by the height. That is it. Right. Then, so Mateo, again, you shouldn't be working any of these yet. So, what's that? 6 is not 1. So, let's start with this one with the decimal number 1. I'm going to review a little bit. So on the number 1, again, this is my standard formula. I'll put it on the paper also, except on number 1, they did not give us the base area. So we have to calculate it out. What is the shape of the base? It's a rectangle. So that we have to change that big B for that formula of that base. What is the area of a rectangle? What's the formula? Length times width. So I'm going to change it to length times width, and then times the height of the prism. So we can start filling it in right now. What is the length of the base? And usually it's the longer one. So, and I don't need the 0. So it's just going to be 6 times, what's the width of this base? 3.8. So I should put it like this since a decimal's coming up. Times, what's the height now of the entire prism? Is what? 7.5. Is 7.5. And before I multiply this, let's go ahead and set up, the 2 should be easy. Let's go ahead and look how you'd set up the number. We'll do the number, oh, the 8 is a good one. I'll help you actually with which ones? I'll help you set up, I don't want to set up, well, we will set up the number 3. So the number, this was our number 1, here's the number 3. So again, the standard formula is base area times height. But they didn't give me the base area. They didn't calculate it out. So who knows what my base is on this prism? No, but what shape is it? It's a triangle. So I have to substitute this big B for the triangle formula. And I should have given you a formula chart, but the triangle formula again is base times height divided by 2. And you should be writing this if I'm telling this to you. Mateo, you should be getting this down. You should have had all this down right now. Is times the height of the prism. So I'm going to go to my base itself, which is right here. Who knows the base of this triangle?
48 miles.
Okay. It's the 12. Again, I need you to focus. Is this right angle, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. It points to the base and it points to the height. So what is the base? It's 12. So it's 12 times, what's the height of this triangle?
4
Because that 15 has nothing to do with that triangle. It's 4 inches. That right angle points to the base and it points to the height, which is the 4. Divided by 2, and then times the height of the entire prism. So the prism is standing up. What's the height of that entire prism?
15.
It's 15. And then this one you can do mentally. I'm not going to finish it for you. But what's 48 divided by 2? So it's going to be, you're going to finish up by going 24 times 15. And then save some room to do that. I'm not going to finish it. It's just a reminder how you set it up. So you're going to have another triangular prism here. Follow that example. This one should be really easy. We're going to do the number 8, though. I'm going to help you with the number 8. Okay. We're going to do the word problems. Is on the number 8 is write your formula. The volume is base area times the height of the prism. Who knows what the base is on this shape? It's the two sides that are parallel. What two sides are parallel? Is that a square? This back here is parallel to this. What shape is that? That's not a prism. The whole thing is a prism, but just this section.
Triangle.
It's not a triangle. Doesn't look like a triangle to me. What's the one that always traps you? Trapezoid. When it's a half of a triangle, it's a trapezoid. So you need to put, again, you need to change that because they didn't give me the area of that. You need to change that to the area of a trapezoid is going to be your two bases added together times the height of the trapezoid divided by 2. It's almost like a triangle formula. Base times height divided by 2, except I've got two bases. And then times the height of the prism. So these formulas are important. Okay, Mateo, you should be over here writing this down. Go ahead and get that and come and sit down. And then let's fill it in. So the two bases on the trapezoid are parallel. So I'm just looking at what I shaded. Who knows one of the bases? 4.7 is one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and put on here 4.7 plus. So what's parallel to this is this. Who knows what this is? 2.1. So you're going to add the 2.1 times the height, not of the prism, times the height of that trapezoid. And by the way, what's the height of this trapezoid? Okay, 5.8 is the height of the prism. It's not the height of, it's 2.5. You're just looking at the trapezoid. The height of that is 2.5. Okay, then times, the formula times the height of the entire prism. So I'm going to turn it this way. If I stood it up, what's going to be the height of the prism? 5.8. That height is right here. That 5.8 has nothing to do with the trapezoid. It's separate. So that is going to be times 5.8. And this one will kind of start here. So the volume is equal to, and again, you must show it in this format. You can't just have a bunch of numbers all over. It has to be organized. So this is going to be 6.8 divided by 2 times 2.5, and then I can go times the 5.8. Okay. Can I cut that 6.8 in half? Yes, into what? 3.4. So it's going to be 3.4 times 2.5 times 5.8. So we just have to multiply those together, and we can do that. Let me see. I think if I do these two, it's going to come out with a 0 at the end, I hope. So 34 times 25. I'll do it over to the side. And it goes in 2 places. Very good. 2 places. So far we've got, this is 8.5. We still need to multiply it by 5.8. So I'm going to put 8.5 so I don't lose my decimals. 5.8. And again, we'll do that one to the side. So the ones that I'm going to leave you don't have a bunch of decimals. My decimals are right there. I think it's going to go be 49.3. Is there a 49.3?
Yes.
Yes. So our volume is 49.3. And what kind of units? It is meters cubed, cubic meters. And cross that answer off. Alrighty, this is going to be, and I'm going to probably change my mind a little bit because of, I do have some people that need to finish a test, so let me see. So here's a trapezoid. What shape is the base on this one? No, ma'am. It's also trapezoid. So this one is a trapezoid. It's the same formula that we just did. These two are going to be easy. We did a triangular prism. You've got another triangular prism. And we did this one. Did we do that first one? Yeah, we just didn't finish it. So you're going to have to finish the 1 and 3, but the formulas for the triangular one are here. The formula for a rectangular prism is here. And we fully did the number 8. So what I'm going to have you do, I am not going to have you do the word problems. We'll do the 3 word problems on Tuesday. You're going to end up doing 1 through 8. And that is all you will have to do. Okay? Okay, you should be almost finished with the number 1. 2 is simple. 3 we set up. 4 you will set up all on your own. And it's just like these 2 are the same.
Michelle,
Yes.
can you give us a formula chart?
Well, right now I don't have one at this minute. But right here, these are the formulas. The length times width is for a rectangle. Here is the formula for the triangle. I'm going to write it right here. Here is the formula for the triangle. And here is the formula right here. This one is for the trapezoid. So just kind of jot that down. So you should have that all neatly written. Let me get some.